You are about to discover the bonsai history of this tree. I put this video together because I thought someone might be interested to know how they too could have a bonsai tree for cheap. This one started out as plain nursery stock from a big box store, purchased for less than $20. We're going to do a comparative analysis of from that time a year ago until today, when I did the final operation on the tree up to this point. I've got some photos that show you progress along the way and some tips and techniques on bonsai methodology. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, hit the like button, share it with some of your friends who might like it. If you've not subscribed to Budget Bonsai, hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel grow. Sit back, enjoy, and let me know what you think in the comments. I've always had the benefit of being surrounded by beautiful evergreen trees. I even tried a little tree farming once with Japanese black pines, selling them at the local farmer's market. But this tree, dwarf Alberta spruce, has always seemed to find its way into my bonsai garden. And this is the story of one that currently resides there. I purchased this tree at a DIY big box store. It was under $20 and got it all trimmed up, styled, repotted, root pruned. I really worked it over. I mean, that was a one session workout for this tree. Did everything. You got to be careful doing that. I've done it with hundreds of junipers and evergreens, but it's not to say that I've not had casualties. I have learned a few things, and if you're going to do what I call a workshop session, just top to bottom, start with a piece of nursery stock, end up with a pre-bonsai tree and a bonsai pot, you got to take some precautions. So here is a clip of the tree getting its initial repotting and restyling in the fall of 2024, fresh out of the lot from the big box store, and a comparison of the results of all of the work done in 2024 to the spring of 2025. This is one of the things that I found works. I can't make a false claim and tell you if you use these things you're going to win. I just know that I've had good success with them. My results are pretty solid. I'll probably keep doing it. So when I potted this tree in the fall, it had a secret. If you go back and watch that video, you won't notice the secret that I'm going to reveal in this video. And it deals with, this is just insulation. It's just sheet insulation. Again, the big box DIY store. For the spring repotting, then we don't uproot the tree. We don't take the tree out. We don't rework anything. What we do is we remove the hidden secrets in the pot, and then we backfill. That's all we're doing. I wired it in the fall, so not a lot of growth happened in the trunk or the limbs to cause any cutting in of the wire, so we don't have to do anything with the limbs. We're going to leave all of the new growth, which you can see the tree did really well, came awake very nicely. And we're just not going to, we were so rough on it in the fall. We're going to give it an easy spring. We're going to revisit the tree in the fall, see what's going on, maybe do some fall maintenance, and then maybe next spring we'll look at restyling, trimming the limbs, but probably won't do a repot for another full year. So this is a way that I'm able to rehab an overworked tree. Just give it a little more relaxation, catch-up time, but as you can see, it's doing quite well. It overwintered well. So we're in pretty good shape here. Just in an abundance of caution, we're taking it easy using this alternate repotting technique. I haven't read about this. I haven't seen this. something that just came to mind. I thought, I'll give it a try, and it's working out for me pretty well. And so here we go. The secret was that during the repotting process, I added a step. Step one was to add these blocks of pre-cut insulation from insulation foam boards, so that in lieu of a repotting, I could just expose the void and backfill with a new soil that has less organic content than the original soil. And if you look closely there, you can see the other three sides also have the blocks like the one you just saw removed. And they come out fairly easily. I'm trying to be careful not to break a branch. And they leave this void, so now the roots can easily grow and spread without being disturbed or damaged while they're healing from being overworked right out of their nursery container and put into a bonsai pot. So an unproven bonsai preference that I've used successfully on this tree, it's now at the time of this recording, it's the fall of 2025. I can report the tree is still doing well, and I will insert some clips of the tree and maybe a little bit of fall maintenance. Here we are, fall of 2025. I've brought this tree in to look it over, maybe do a little maintenance. Noticing that all of the new growth from the spring is hardened off. It's showing a little bit of loss of needle, a couple of dead branches that I noticed in the spring. It did have a harsh summer with a tremendous heat dome, they called it, and lots of direct sunlight exposure. Got that reverse taper wound there healing. It's going to be fine. We'll give the tree a spin around here. Take a look at it as we go. Right away, I don't see any biting of the wire to a dangerous degree. Definitely the limbs grew more than I had noticed in the spring. We're going to go ahead and take that wire off, but I don't expect a lot of damage, and the limbs do appear to be set. So that's a good next step. Let's go ahead and think about that. No signs of damage to the trunk. That's good. Okay. Continuing the spin around observation, I notice the slant. It's kind of going in the wrong direction for a bonsai tree. I like those to be upright or leaning forward a little bit, at least at the crown. I'm going to put that on my list for the next repotting to adjust that angle. Otherwise, the tree appears to be in really good health. I'm going to go ahead and take off this dead branch when I remove the wire. I noticed that in the spring. I lost that over winter, which in the grand scheme of things turns out to be a minor loss, given that this tree had the complete workshop workover right off of the big box store lot. And it just survived. This is what these trees do most of the time. And I'm happy that this one did. It's got a beautiful shape going on. I'm thinking of some future styling, but not too heavily. Right now I've got to get this wire off. So I'll start down here at the base, work my way toward the crown, and notice that that big scar there in the front, and it causes some reverse taper. But this tree was never intended to be in a national show. It's intended to bring me a lot of pleasure, to enjoy the bonsai hobby on a budget. The tree was less than $20. It's one of the bonsai for the people trees. Everyone can enjoy this, and I'm trying to present some simple tips to help anyone who wants to give it a try. A little help. I hope you're finding this helpful. We're moving closer to the crown now, and this is where we get a lot of energy in the tree, so we're going to see a little bit of wire bite here, but as suspected, the result was nothing dangerous, nothing that won't heal probably in a year or two, and the limbs have definitely become set. So the wire having done such a good job, I'm not scheduling a rewiring. It'll happen when it happens. If I use wire in the near future, it will be just as kind of a guidance feature, not a detailed shaping. I'm interested in continuing to nurse this tree back to its full health. And that brings us to the crown with all the wire removed. Notice this second dead branch. Also, that was there in the spring. So it was lost over winter, not over summer. I left some space here for some dieback for a couple of branches that I trimmed in the initial styling. I'll go ahead and cut that dieback off, and I might leave that for a little while, maybe reseal it. Needs a little trimming up there. We'll get around to that. And looking at the bottom of the pot, we see the aluminum wire scrap yard, giving it the once over from toe to head. We can see a little wire mark here and there, but the limbs are nicely shaped, kind of flowing outward in a bushy little crown. It's going to be okay. I gave it this spot of prominence on the patio and view of the koi pond.